What if you live in a dry climate
It works.
and your fondant, dries out really fast?
Keep it covered with saran wrap. Roll it out, do your cuts, cover it with the saran wrap, and then fold it over to undo one at a time so that you can do the ruffling. Pull it off, undo the next one while it crusts when you're working with the top one. So just keep doing two at a time. Work with the one, the other one's crusting, and then keep moving the saran wrap backwards until you get to no more.
And for the folks that aren't in the U.S., saran wrap is basically plastic wrap.
Plastic covering, food grade covering. Okay, I'm going to use my ball tool to lift this up a little bit on the
I
ruffling.
think Canada's here.
All right, so these have been sitting here crusting, and yes, I can feel the crusting when I touch it. So when you want to pull these apart, I'm going to put this back in the fridge for a few minutes because I want the buttercream to get a little more cold. So this is really crusted. When you cut these, take them and pull them this way towards you. Because you want to pull them like this, it stretches them the wrong way. So pull it towards you, and then you'll be fine. And we're going to run these through. Just because they're ready, done already. I'm going to tell you more about this tool in just a sec, but this noise is a little overwhelming for you, I'm sure. And you can see the crusting on them now. This is where you don't want it to do, okay? See, that's how dry it is here. See this? So when it does this, scoop it up, got it? Scoop it up, roll it back into itself, don't throw it away. Take it, add some Crisco to your hand, massage it back in. Don't waste it. It can come back if it's not too dry, okay? And you can incorporate it back into some other stuff.
What speed did you use to roll the strips?
I used number 2.
Okay, thank you.
You can go faster. Just depends on how much you can handle the fondant going back and forth. Okay, we're going to roll out some more strips. All right, I want to get this on the top of the cake. Because it sat here and crusted a little bit, it's nicer for manipulating. Okay, let's get some more ruffles going on this. Now my trick that I do with fondant is I put the crusted side down. When I roll out fondant, you roll it out like this, everybody picks it up and lays it on. I flip it over because this surface is perfectly smooth and you don't see all the wows and everything from the rolling pin on the back side because this surface is flat. Take it and flip it over, and this side's crusted where the bottom side hasn't. You can manipulate it so much faster from that.
And
I'm pressing really hard here.
another question, would you use red fondant for this cake?
Could? Yes. Oh, good question. What would you use? I have a question for you guys, and I want to see answers.
All right.
Would you use white fondant to make red? If you didn't have any ready-made red fondant, what are you going to use to make red fondant?
Type in your answers now.
Type in your answers now.
Let's see.
See how well you know your fondant.
That's right.
You want to make your own red.
Make your own red? Well, they're coming in with ivory.
Why?
Okay. Because white is too obvious?
Because white has an additive in it that won't it'll fade.
Really?
It will fade. Okay, got that ruffled as much as I want.
Right.
Titanium dioxide, it's a
Okay.
whitener.
There will be a quiz after this.
It is in your
Class.
white fondant.
Wow, I didn't know that.
So, if you want your fondant to go to the red, start with ivory. Any color. If your regal purple, AmeriColor regal purple, oh my gosh. If you do the violet with white, it turns blue. I found this out at my high school reunion cake. It's like, why is my fondant turning blue? I started with white fondant. Found out, start with ivory fondant to add the color. It goes straight to it and will not fade in the lights. Okay? All right, so this is my crusted side. I want my back side.
What if you start with your own marshmallow fondant? did
You're
you
in
get
luck. There's no titanium dioxide in there unless you added
There you
it.
go. There you go. And that's hard to find these days. In,
No.
You know,
It's available.
little quantities. Okay. Awesome.
Okay, you see that cute little thing on there? That's okay. We're going to cover that. All right, the ruffles are sitting up here. I'm smoothing this to get it out to the sides as best as possible.